It's taking your time. It's coming to your lying down position. And just settling into the mat. It's finding the body just calm and still. Melting down. And just settling down here. It's taking your time. It's letting everything just still. Noticing the points. This is where the body is just melting into the mat. And as you settle here, just observing the breath, just finding it calm and still. And just with time, just allowing that breath to lengthen. Just letting the day just wash away. It's being present only in the moment. It's letting any thoughts drift away. And body settling and calming. Observing any areas of tension. Taking note of these. Easing them off a little with the breath. And when we come to work that area, observing the breath, stretching it out. And then, in your time, just taking 3 nice long deep breaths. A big inhale as we fill the lungs and tummy, holding just for a second. Through parted lips, just sigh it away. Twice more. With those 3 breaths done, just letting that breath return to normal, observing any difference. And then, let's just gently inhale as we just hug these knees in towards the chest. Just squeezing them in. Being sure the back of the neck is long with the chin tucked in. If you want, let's have a gentle rock side to side. As the knees go one way, maybe the head looks the opposite direction. It's massaging around this lower back as it presses on the mat. And then it's bringing these knees back to center and stillness. As exhale, just place the soles of the feet on the floor. Either the arms out to shoulder height, or maybe the elbows out, and the palms facing up. Just with a nice loose bend on these knees. The arms out, just observing that stretch across the chest. And then, Let's just rock these knees gently, side to side. Just letting that momentum build. And if it comes to it, that the knees land on the floor on any side, just leaving them here in just a gentle held twist. Perhaps looking over the opposite shoulder. And just releasing, relaxing around onto this side. Observing the breath in the side of the chest. And as the body exhales, just giving in. And then let's go to the other side. As we inhale through center, exhaling across to the second side. Perhaps taking a look over this opposite shoulder. Probably observing some differences on this side. It's perfectly normal. Just letting the exhale release you around. And again, inhaling back to center. This time, we're just going to bring the soles of the feet together. Just letting the knees just draw out to the sides. Just gently easing into the hips. As we hold it here, just letting gravity just draw the knees down a little. Observing the breath in the chest. And when you're ready, again just inhale. These knees towards the chest, but hugging around the thighs. Getting ready to just have a slow rock up to your seated position. Massaging the spine as you come up. Eventually finding your comfortable seated position, whatever that is. As we find the spine nice and long, and just rooting down through the sit bones. The shoulders dropping, that chin tucked. Settling in the position here. Tuning into that breath. And then we'll work around the neck as we usually do. As we begin the exhale by looking up, stretching the front. As every inhale draws us back to center. Exhale as we look down, stretching the back of the neck. Inhaling back. As that ear draws to the shoulder, stretching the side. And eventually across to the other side. When you inhale back, it's whatever feels right, whether that's rolling the neck around, just twice in each direction. Whether it's small or big circles. As we inhale back, lengthen position again, working it around the shoulders. Either bringing the palms quite close in, the thumbs maybe wrap around, it's up to you. When you're ready, that inhale, circling forward and up. Exhale, squeezing back and down. Once more this way. We've done this, we're going the other way. So inhale, squeezing back and up this time. Exhale, releasing forward and down. And with that done, loosen the hands, give them all just a nice loose shake off. Ready for a side stretch. So with the spine lengthened, inhale, one arm reaching up, feeling the stretch here. Exhaling over, wherever the palm lands on the floor, maybe the elbows on the floor. Just reaching of the top arm. Just stretching into the side. And then we're going to crawl our way around. So exhale, this top palm on the floor. Inhale through to center. That brief fold. As we exhale across to the second side, planting the bottom palm. Inhale, reaching the top up. Exhale. And that subtle reach, the top palm. And exhale, releasing into the stretch. And then back to center. So exhaling down. That inhale. Walking forward into the fold. Now whether you reach the arms or the elbows are on the floor, it's letting the spine drop. That neck relaxed. If you're cross-legged, observing the stretch into the hips and the release on the spine. And when we're ready, just inhale, back up, this lengthened position. Let's just fold it across the legs. So sending these legs out wide. Whether it's super wide or not is your choice. Flick the toes up. If you want the knees bent, let it happen. That spine lengthened. Same again. Inhale, reaching both arms up. As we exhale, looking over our foot, reaching over it. Whether the palms are by the side, the toes or the leg. Bend the knee if you want. Releasing down. With each inhale, finding a little more length in the spine. And again, this inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, second leg and fold. adjusting as you need. Releasing, folding over. Lengthen the spine, stretching the thighs, a lot going on. And again. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling down the middle this time, whether the arms are reaching out over the legs or forward. It's up to you. And again, that spine just releasing down. Bend the knees if you need. As we inhale, gently up, final time. Exhaling it all back, heart center, shoulders dropping. And let's work our way through to all fours. So whether you're crossing the legs to roll over them, it's up to you. Finding your comfortable all four position. Whether it's the palms or the fists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. And when we're ready, working in cat. Inhale, curling from the base, looking up. Exhale, curling from the base, looking down or through the legs. Breath by breath. Compressing these desks, making space. When you've worked evenly, from that curl in the exhale, just sinking it back to our child position, adjusting as we need. Settling down towards the mat, observing the breath, releasing, relaxing. And as we inhale, that slow curl back up to our all fours. And that flat back position, ready for a twist. So before we do, pick a palm as we point these fingers in roughly to the edge of the mat. Inhaling the other hand up. And exhale. Scooping it down under through this arm. The shoulder might come onto the mat. And if you're settled here, you can inhale as we reach the other arm up. Only if you want. There we go. Observing as the body gives in. As we slowly exhale, planting this top palm. To inhale, curling ourselves back to our all fours. Other side. Pointing these other fingers in, again roughly to the edge. Inhaling the other arm up. Exhale. Scooping down and under, shoulder maybe on the mat. And only when you feel settled, you can inhale, reaching the top palm up if you like. It's coming in to the twist on this side. Exhale again. Planting this palm. Now inhale. Through to all fours. Doing what feels right, whether it's a quick wiggle off or a brief cat. And then we'll work through into a lunge. So with one leg, inhale, tucking those toes under, sending the leg back, lifting the chest. Next inhale, can we lift that heel up in line with the hips? Inhale again, can we bend the knee up? You can point the toes up if you like. Maybe exhale, scooping it through so that foot lands lovely. When we're ready, and then exhale, shifting this weight forward. Probably needing to adjust this ankle and knee so there's a nice straight line. Finding the length in the spine. Now it's your choice. The back knee can stay on the mat, or maybe it wants to lengthen. And in our held lunge, giving in to these back thighs and the hips. Start releasing, relaxing. And then twisting again. So inhale, reaching up, opening up over this leg. Looking up if you're balanced. And exhale. Back down. We lower the back knee. And tucking the toes, getting ready for pigeon. So you can send these hips back a little. This front ankle becomes roughly in line with the bent knee. Set this front knee on the mat. And you can walk the back hips back to lower these hips down to the mat. Whether it's fingertips or palms. As this inhale, it's this lift of the chest. We've got quite a back bend going on here. Shoulders dropped. And just observing just what's going on within. And then, in your time, exhale, folding over this leg, whether it's onto the elbows or those arms reaching out. That chest and head just sinks to the mat. All the while, still work going on in the hips. Will we just release and relax? And again, inhaling up, walking these palms back very briefly. We can walk this back knee back to make enough space to swing the knees back to all fours. Maybe a quick wiggle. The other side. Again, that inhale. Tucking the back toes under, that leg lengthening. Inhaling again, this heel up in line with the hips. Inhaling again, pointing the toes up to the sky. And exhale, scooping, curling this foot forward to wherever it goes. And the exhale, shifting this weight forward. Again adjusting so this knee and ankle are in a nice straight line. So you find this lift through the spine. And if you like, tucking the back toes, lengthening the leg, or maybe keeping that knee on the floor. Observing the stretch in this back thigh now. Making it a twist again. So planting the inside palm. Inhale, reaching up over the leg. Looking up if we're balanced. And exhaling, slowly back down. Dropping this back knee and tucking the toes. For pigeon on this side. So you can walk the hips back. So you've got enough space to bring the ankle roughly beside the knee. Lowering this front knee to the mat. And walking the back knee back so these hips are lowering to the floor. Fingertips are palms, shoulders dropped. This inhale, this lifting up. All the while settling, releasing the hips down. Lovely. When you're ready, exhale, walking it forward. Whether it's elbows or arms stretched. That releasing, relaxing down. And again, a brief inhale. Back up. So we can come out. Walking the back knee back. Swinging the knee back. A quick wiggle if we like. Getting ready for dog. So we can tuck these toes under. And a big inhale, powering through the legs. These hips lifting to the sky. And exhale, that chest and head sink through. If you want to take a walk from foot to foot, then go for it. Or just enjoy the stillness. And the next breath or two, let's inhale it through to a forward fold. Whether those arms hang or you're holding the elbows. With a subtle bend in the knees, releasing down, this lower back giving in. And when you're ready, that slow uncurl up to your standing position. Those feet nice and planted. Lifting the chest. I don't know how this is going to work. Yeah, that won't be enough. Just finding yourself nice and tall. Oh, that's fine. Shoulders dropped. That chin tucked to Gaval. When you're ready, this inhale, just reaching, stretching up, observing the back bend. Exhaling it all back, heart center. Twice more. The movement fills the breath. And on the third time, you can do it with another back bend if you like. Just inhale, reaching up. But let's sigh the breath away. As we inhale the palms back. Exhaling them everything back. Heart center. Lovely. To have that gentle loose shake off again. Lovely. And then getting ready for our warrior. So in our nice lifted position. So inhale, taking a big step, roughly a leg distance apart. These hips out to the side or just slightly off. The hands on the hips, finding the lift. Let's exhale, bending this front leg. Again, taking that peak or that knee and ankle in alignment. Adjusting if you need. If you're ready, inhaling the arms up, shoulder height. You look across the front fingers, letting the shoulders drop. And then our held position here. Each inhale, giving us lift, almost making the arms longer. Maybe exhale, release, and maybe lower. The cycle repeats, breath by breath. Being guided by the breath as it calms, energizes, and stills. Let's inhale, lengthening the front leg, looking forward, palms to forward. Exhaling over into triangle. Whether you hold this leg or the arm hangs is up to you. Looking up if you're balanced. And a big inhale. All the way back up. Exhale, lowering the arms. Now we can go straight to the second side if you like. So you could flick the toes around or you can readjust. It's up to you. If you're flicking the toes, also you'll be facing the other direction. So whenever you're ready, those hands on the hips just to keep them level again. Inhale this lift in the chest. Exhale, bending the front leg. Making the adjustments in the knee and ankle are straight. Inhaling, arms up, shoulder height. We look over the front fingers, letting the shoulders drop. Holding it here, observing the difference. We find length through the spine and the arms with each inhale. And exhale, maybe lowering a little more. Inhale, lengthening front leg, pointing the palms forward, looking forward. Exhale, that tip over the front leg, holding it to the hand hangs, looking up if you're balanced. And inhale again, everything up. Sigh the arms down if you like. You can zigzag it all back in. Quick wiggle, shake off. Give the shoulders a little round as well. And let's get ready for tree. So, planting yourself against a wall if you want to use it. Or if not, just planting these feet down. Just filling the lungs with each inhale. Expansion just helps the center of gravity. Do you inhale, lifting one heel up? If it's ready, the knee can come up if it wants, in line with the hips. Maybe give the ankle a quick rotation. For balanced here, sending that knee out to the side. Just inhale, lifting the chest. And if we're ready, tucking the foot in, high or low. Finding your balance. And when you have, inhale, reaching up. Exhaling down, heart center. Shoulders dropping. With each inhale, a bit more length out through this foot. While we exhale, just rooting it all back down. Just tuning into the breath. Finding that calm and stillness. Just settling, relaxing. To your time. Slowly exhale. Just planting everything down. We root this other foot down or get ready for the other side. And when you're settled, it's finding this length, that rooting down through this foot. As we inhale again, lifting the opposite heel. Maybe the knee lifts up higher, in line with the hips. rotating the ankle if you did before. Do you exhale it out to the side, observing that lift in the chest. When you're ready, tucking the heel in, high or low, it's all up to you. Finding your balance when you have the inhale, reaching up. As we exhale it down, heart center again. The shoulders dropping. Settling into your position here. Finding that lift as we make the roots down through the standing foot. A breath slowing and stilling. And then exhaling it all. Back down again. Coming back to the mat. Just getting ready to lie down. Just twisting off a bit if we need. And then, with the hands on the hips, we'll take a slow forward fold. As we inhale, the spine long. Exhale with a subtle bend in the knees, tipping to your halfway point. At your halfway, breathe the spine in longer. And exhale, release, folding down into whatever your variation is. That head hanging loose. Observing as the lower back releases breath by breath. When you're ready, let's just step it through to downward dog. Sending those hips back up to the sky. Maybe you're enjoying the stillness, or just taking a walk from foot to foot. The next breath or two, let's exhale down. Feel all fours and tucking the toes. Sinking the hips back into our child, adjusting so it's comfortable. Start settling down here. Finding calm and stillness. And letting everything release. And let's slowly inhale when you're ready. Back through to all fours. Just to briefly work in our cat. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Just observing the difference in this move now. And when we've worked evenly, coming back to our flat back, ready to come through to lie down. So you could roll over the ankles if you wish. scooting to the front of the mat with that loose bend in the knees, inhaling the spine long, arms up, exhale, peeling ourselves down. So the last thing that's down is the neck. And just hugging these knees in. Maybe rocking or just squeezing them in. And then back in center. Inhaling either the arms or elbows out to shoulder heights. Just exhale. The knees go over to any side. But with the knees higher than before, just works into the spine a little more. Maybe taking that look over the opposite shoulder. And just releasing around on this side. And let's inhale back to center. And exhaling over to the second side. Perhaps looking over this shoulder. Inhale again. Back to center. Sending these legs up in the air. As much a bend as they need. And the next breath or two, let's bring the arms up to join them. And have a rotate around of the wrists and ankles if you like. Whatever feels right. And then inhale the arms through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet, those knees out and up. Rocking horse still. And when you're ready, just think about exhaling down as we find our comfortable lying down position and adjusting it so it's comfortable for you. Whether you've got the knees bent or not, and the arms and the body are just resting by the side. That's it. Use a blanket as well if you want. Settling down to the mat. And observing the points of connection. As the body settles, slows and stills. Observing as the breath gradually lengthens. It's tuning into the breath, letting any thoughts drift away again. And the body calm and still. And the attention on the breath, Just visualize the breath as if it's like a wave. The sounds it makes as the tide comes in and out. And the inhale as the tide comes in. And the exhale as the tide goes out. And each time the tide comes in, it brings with it energy and light. It washes over the body. The exhale, the tide drifting out, carrying with it any tension and stress. The tide washes over us. It starts at the feet, pushing over the knees, the hips, palms, chest, elbows, shoulders, neck, and head. And as it washes away any tension and stress, leaving the head, shoulders, elbows, chest, palms, hips, knees, and feet. And this rhythm repeats with each breath. Breath by breath, energizing the body and releasing any tension or stress. So all that's left is an energized and warm body, and all the tension and stress just carried away with the tide. Everything calm, relaxed, and still. In your time, letting the visualization drift away, to come back to this moment, just feeling the earth beneath us, and the air touch your skin. And in time, you can begin to wiggle the toes and fingers as we make small movements. If you like, inhale as you reach the arms up overhead, leaving them here for a breath or two. Then gentle stretch across the front of the body. time. Exhaling the arms back down. Just we hug these knees in towards the chest. Rocking or still. And eventually rolling over to any side. A brief moment of pause. As we inhale, slowly lifting ourselves up. Finding our comfortable seated position. Spine long and light again. Chin tucked in. Observing the quality of the breath. And when we're ready, inhale, reaching the palms up. We bring them together. Exhaling it all back to heart center. We bow our heads. Namaste.